You're invited to a very Cravings open house. This holiday, I'm making a bunch of treats for an open house. There's going to be something for everyone. Today I'm making pan rolls. These crepes are stuffed with a delicious filling. I'm going to brush it with egg wash. I'm going to roll it in some breadcrumbs and shallow fry them. They're going to make a delicious addition to my table. Before I go any further with this recipe, do make sure you subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And make sure to watch right till the end of the video. I'm going to leave a link for all of the other recipes in this series. Now, let's get cooking. Sift 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I have 3 cups of water here and I'm just going to add about a half cup at a time. The batter will start out thick and lumpy and a metal whisk helps to smooth out those lumps. This is why I like to use a big bowl. As you start to vigorously beat this batter, it could spill out of the bowl. You can also use your stand mixer for this process, especially if you're doubling or tripling this batch. It's important to add the water a little bit at a time, otherwise it would be very hard to get rid of the lumps. The batter looks smooth now, so I'm going to add 2 eggs and I'm going to beat this in one at a time and incorporate after each addition. Add a teaspoon of salt and beat this again. Now, even if this looks smooth, it's really a good idea to strain your batter to catch any lumps or any leftover eggshells. I'm going to whisk the flour that gets caught in the strainer and I'm just going to use a little bit more water to free it. Your batter should have the consistency of milk. I've organized all my stuff as I'm going to have to work really fast. I have a tea towel, a small non-stick pan. I only use these for crepes. I have some oil, a little bit of that leftover water. I've got my batter ready and a measuring cup. Add a bit of oil to a hot pan and I'm using a measuring cup as my ladle. I'm going to add the batter in quickly and I'm going to swirl it to coat. My first or even second crepe will never turn out well, but I will get there eventually. This needs to be just very lightly cooked on one side and it doesn't need to be flipped. When this is cooked, I'm just going to turn it over on my kitchen towel and I'm going to start on the next one. I'm just going to straighten out this crepe and keep going. As the crepes cool, I'm going to stack them one on top of the other. Remember, when you're cooking these crepes, you're looking for a light golden brown. It should still be soft and slightly sticky. Add water to your batter in between if it starts to thicken. This should make about 18 to 20 crepes. It's now time to stuff these pan rolls with your favorite filling. I'm using a nice Goan style keema, but you can use anything that you like. Popular choices are beef, brown, chicken and shrimp. Place a few tablespoons of the filling in the center, but more towards the top half of the circle. Fold it over, fold the sides in and roll to seal. The crepes are slightly sticky, so they will seal by themselves, no binder required. It's a really good idea to work with a filling that is at room temperature or cold, and it's easier to work with a nice, moist filling that will stay together. Let's take a close look. Add the filling, roll over from the top, fold in the sides, and roll to seal. I'm going to finish off the rest of my pan rolls and I'm just going to leave them aside. you want to make these pan rolls ahead, you can just put them in the fridge at this stage, and just before your guests arrive, you can brush it with egg, dip it in breadcrumbs, and it's ready to go. Once all of my pan rolls are rolled and ready, it's time to shallow fry them with egg and breadcrumbs. I have a pan heating up here with some oil, and once it's hot, I'm going to brush my rolls with the egg wash. I find this a lot easier to do than dunking a whole pan roll in the egg. Dip it in breadcrumbs and into the hot oil it goes. I keep 2 turners or flippers or spatulas, whatever you call them, handy, and I gently flip them over. Temperature is important as you don't want the breadcrumbs to burn. I tend to take these out at a golden brown stage since 9 out of 10 times these are going to get much darker in the oven when I reheat them later. This is a really important step. Clean your pan in between batches, as there is nothing worse than having a transfer of burnt breadcrumbs onto your beautiful pan rolls. It's also much easier to work with the one dry hand, one wet hand method, so you always have one dry hand to move through these rolls quickly. If at all they do open up or curl outwards as they dry, just brush it with egg and seal. These delicious pan rolls can be served as a heavy snack, perfect for a holiday open house and great for a light lunch. I love to warm up leftovers for a hearty breakfast. Thank you so much for joining me on Cravings with Adventures. I really hope you enjoyed this delicious recipe for pan rolls. I'm going to make sure to leave a link to all of my other videos at the end of this video as well. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And don't forget, I am running a giveaway on my channel till the end of the year. This includes a box full of my favorite ingredients, including a Cravings apron and a mug. So all you need to do is comment on any video with the hashtag Cravings and you will be entered automatically for your chance to win. All of the details are in the description. And be sure to follow me behind the scenes on all of my social channels. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Until I see you next time, do take care. Bye.